Today we have the more powerful but still affordable Toyota GR86. This Toyota GR86 is still affordable, a rear-wheel drive sports car that is very fun to drive. And in this video, we're gonna take a full detailed look at the exterior, the interior, get it out on the road for a test drive. Let's get started. Now, if you want to see the GR Supra, I've got a video of that in the description below. Super fun to drive. Or the older 86, I've got that in the description below too if you want to check that out. But let's get started. Welcome everyone. Today we have this 2022 GR86 and we're going to look at all the exterior details. But first there's the base model and then there's the premium model, and this one is the premium. Now starting right up front, there's not a lot different between the premium and the regular, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. Take a look at this grille. I kind of think this whole front end looks a little bit like the Nissan Z, but it's not, obviously. We get the GR down here. We've got some little side curtains on each side. Plus, you're gonna get LED daytime running lights standard, LED headlights standard as well. Even this blinker here is gonna be LED, and the premium model gives us adaptive front lights so they can corner side to side. This paint color is called Trueno Blue. It's a nice metallic-y look. I think it looks good on this car. It's a good fit for this type of a car. Plus we've got anywhere from 17 to 18-inch wheels. These are the 18-inch wheels, which are matte black specifically for this premium model. To add to the character, we've got these vents coming out the back, plus you've got the little body kit on the bottom to really give this GR86 a sporty look. It looks similar to the last model with this coupe design, but I think it looks nice overall. Let me know what you think. Dimensionally, it's only about 1 inch bigger than the previous model, and this is gonna get the GR-tuned sport suspension standard, no matter which model you get. LED taillights are standard as well, and we even have an LED blinker. And take a look at this pretty large little spoiler back here on the trunk lid, and you're gonna get these chrome tipped dual exhaust outlets with the big GR badge up there. Now as we move to the cargo area, so this can work with the smart key too. There's a little button to open it, or you can open it with the key fob, and you've got a little bit of a smaller trunk than what you had last gen. This is about 6.2 cubic feet. It works. I mean, you can fit groceries, carry-on suitcases, things like that in here. For example, with my standard size backpack, I mean, you can fit a decent amount of those in there. Golf clubs, and these seats can fold down. The back seat can fold down completely, so you've got a center pass-through or a whole pass-through there. The one thing that you don't get though is a spare tire, but you do get a tire inflator kit. Now looking at the key fob, Toyota actually gives you a smart key standard, and it's kind of unique. The Toyota emblem is the unlock button. Nothing really special about it. No remote start on the key fob though. And then you've got these little lines right there to lock it, or the smart key has the sensor in the back to unlock it. And then climbing in here, you're gonna get bucket seats, sport bucket seats standard. They're gonna be fabric on the non-premium model, but this is the premium model. I mean, look, we even have some ultra suede right there, ultra suede inserts. We've got these big beefy bolsters that are leather wrapped, some leather trim on part of it, and then the ultra suede interior. I like the center line there. I think these look pretty nice. They've got really good bolstering without being ridiculously aggressive and stiff. They're still pretty comfortable though. I really enjoy my time in them, except there's no lumbar support. You know, you probably weren't expecting that, but you have height adjustment here. There's no tilt, it's just height, forward and backwards, and then recline. Now there is a lever right here to pull to be able to get into the back seat, but the back seat is really tiny. You can see where I'm sitting at 5'9". Maybe some children, small children can sit back here, but it's gonna be tight. Otherwise, it's just a little storage area. The steering wheel is manual tilt and telescoping, and it's got enough range of motion for this little car. I've been able to get comfortable with it. You'll also find 2-tier heated seats on this premium model, and like I said, I've been comfortable in here. I've got enough room in here as well, and just no complaints really. I mean, I just wish there was some lumbar support, but I love the bolstering in here. It holds you in place really well. Now let's take a quick dive at the interior here. So push button start right there. Got a little display there, the Gazoo Racing logo. That's pretty cool. And I'll show you what you get in here on this premium and on the non-premium. First of all, over on the door, standard is gonna be this ultra suede material. So this is nice. It's really comfortable to rest your arm up there. You still get a padded armrest right here too, and rest assured you get a big bottle holder. So if you have a manual transmission, you can keep your bottle there and not get in the way of your shifting. There's also a big area right here. This works to stash some keys or phone because there's not really a good storage area in here. So Toyota went with these turbine looking air vents, so these are pretty cool, as well as these. And I gotta tell you what, the AC in here works fantastic. It just starts blasting cold air almost instantly. Right up overhead, you even get a little ultra suede up on there, and the dash is actually a softer rubberized plasticky type of material, so it's not just like cheap hard plastic everywhere, even though I think that this display looks a little more kind of aftermarket, if you ask me. But right here, the steering wheel is leather wrapped. You've got the traditional cruise control stock right there, all the buttons and controls you'd expect, plus you even get radar adaptive cruise control on the automatic transmission and these little paddle shifters. We'll go through those in the test drive. This display back here is standard and it's somewhat customizable. You've got, this is let me see here, let me go through some of the stuff on the left. So using your steering wheel, you can go through a few of these things. It's funny how it says eyesight from Subaru, but safety settings, driver assist information, music, things like that, car specific details like your G's, and then trip computer stuff. So you've got what you need on here and it works just fine. If you go into track mode, watch this. Gives you that display. Then moving over here, you're going to get an 8-inch touchscreen standard, and there's still volume knob, tuning knob, physical buttons all around. This is standard on both trims. It's going to give you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It does have to be wired in. I wish it could be wireless, considering this is brand new, but that's just the way it goes. Otherwise, it's really easy to operate. There's a 6-speaker system standard. You can still have Sirius XM and HD radio. The only thing that you get going up to the premium is an 8-speaker system and the option of getting a 10-inch subwoofer. Down from there, dual zone climate control is even standard too. I was surprised by that. You know, you can control your own temperature, individual of your passenger. Very simple and basic, easy to use controls down there. I really appreciate that. I like the simplicity here. And then we've got the automatic transmission. It's still kind of like a gated shifter, but you can go into manual mode, manually shift there, or use your paddles. Otherwise, you'll get a 6-speed manual down there. And then you've got some of your drive mode stuff for traction control, sport, track, snow mode. Just back from there, you've got 2-tier heated seat settings. You still get a hand parking brake. I really like that. If you wanted to drift, makes it possible with that. You've got a good sized bottle holder right here, or a storage area, because you have 2 more little bottle holder storage areas over here as well. And you've got a couple of USB ports and an auxiliary port right there. I wish that there was maybe just 1 bottle holder right here so that we could have an armrest and maybe more storage room, because there is not much room in there at all. The glove box here does not lock, but it's still pretty good size. Overhead, you just get a manual flipping mirror, no automatic dimming mirror even on this premium model. And same thing goes with no sunroof here. Then visibility, obviously your side windows are decent size, but there's a little window back there. It's not terrible trying to look out here, but it's definitely not great either. However, you do have little blind spot indicators integrated into the mirror, just on that inside portion of the mirror. Now looking under the hood, this has more power and more torque, and it's faster, and there's still a lot to like about it. So my absolute favorite thing is that this has Toyota's D4S technology, so it's direct and port injected, and this is the boxer engine joint created with Subaru. Toyota and Subaru here are going to share this engine just like we did with the 86 before, and this is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder boxer with 228 horsepower, 184 pound-feet of torque at 3,700 RPM. That comes out early for naturally aspirated. It comes with either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic. This one has the automatic, and I drove the manual last time, so I'm kind of excited to see how the automatic handles this power and what it's like in here. The manual is going to be a little bit faster, 0 to 60 at 6.1 seconds, but efficiency-wise, this automatic is going to be about 3 miles per gallon more efficient, and it's rear-wheel drive, plus it comes with that Torsen limited slip differential. All right, y'all, getting behind the wheel of this GR86. First thing, driver assist features wise, if you've got the automatic transmission, you'll get adaptive cruise control and a lane departure system. I believe you can get the pre-collision system with the manual system, but we also have blind spot indicators in the mirror over here too. So this actually comes with more than you might expect for just a entry-level little sports car. And the brakes on here right away feel good. I mean, you've got some decently wide tires. It's not really wide, but for a car like this, I won't complain. We're just in normal mode. And And this has a naturally aspirated engine, so you start to get a buildup of power as you go. And that's what I like, especially in a little sports car. Pedal down. Another thing that this has is called active sound control. So it enhances the engine sound a little bit, makes it a little bit more artificial, or at least just louder. So whether you like that or not, let me know down below. But handling wise, I think this is good. I mean, it's lightweight, it's nimble, it's fairly firm without being like a struggle and a fight to turn the wheel. It's just fun to drive. I mean, it's flat, it does well. We'll go around some corners a little more later. But ride comfort wise, while we're here, it's appropriately stiff. It's probably what I would say. It's stiff, stiffer than maybe the Miata, but it's still fun. I mean, it's not gonna beat you to death driving this thing day to day. It's just stiff and it handles well. All right, let's put this in sport mode. Just one little button. Gonna get an immediate downshift, hold the RPMs a little more. The cluster looks a little bit more fun too. And the brakes, it just does a nice job coming to a stop. Definitely gotta say that. Okay, so we're still in sport mode here. There you go. Holding the RPMs really nicely here. Gets going quick. And this has excellent torque, or at least a good range of torque considering the naturally aspirated engine. It comes out early, it's holding it well. It even tells you your G's pulling a corner, holding those RPMs well. And that's fun. It's definitely fun. I'm gonna put us in manual mode. Gonna go with these paddle shifters. We're in third gear right here. Slowing down. Second, a little delayed. I could see holding the manual gears up like this would definitely be fun. You definitely get some high RPM action in here. I mean, it's fun to hold those RPMs up there. The shifts are not lightning fast. They're not as fast as they should be for a sports car, but I mean, they're good enough. And if you really want to shift your own gears, just go for the manual. The automatic still does okay. It's fairly aggressive. Now you can hold the track button down, it'll turn traction control off, and then you'll be in track mode. Hold those RPMs well. It's got a different gauge here. It even gives you a little flashing indicator when it's shifting gears there, when it's time to shift. And obviously 0 to 60 is not blazing fast, but for what it is, it's fun. It's quick enough, and I don't really want a ton more power in here because I think it's just fun the way it is, and it's affordable the way it is. So let me know what you think. Now just in manual mode. Woo. It was actually a little delayed when I went to shift there. It's almost like it just wouldn't go, but you can still have some fun. Now the one negative to this car is the road noise. It's horrible. Now I wouldn't expect it to be quiet. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just letting you know there's a ton of road noise that gets in here, even on smoother surfaces like the interstate, but especially on a rough surface road like this. Good luck listening to music or audio or anything. I mean, you gotta crank it way up to be able to hear it, but something to keep in mind. Ergonomics wise, I love the simplicity of this. It doesn't look that nice, but it's very simple to operate. It's driver focused, it's fun. It's focused on just you having fun as a driver, but I'm still comfortable in here. I like these seats, steering wheel's comfortable to hold on to. I like this suede up on the door. Lots to like about this car for the price. So to wrap things up on this GR86, it's still rear wheel drive. It's got more power, it's got more torque. It's still fun to drive. and it's still relatively affordable comparing to other things like the Supra, for example. So a fun rear-wheel drive sports car with a lot to offer, handles well, drives well, still affordable, but has some of your modern amenities. There's a lot to like about it. Let me know what you think down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe for more and have a great day.